Hi friends, today I wanted to share with you how we made my size snowman with the kids. First we went to our Lowe's and just got a 2x4 and it's 10 foot tall. We ended up needing 2 of them for all of our big kids, and then we just measured each kid just directly on the board and cut the board down to size. I saw this project on Pinterest and I knew that I wanted to do it for myself, so I would have these snowmen forever, and I will link that Pinterest post below. After we cut all of the pieces to the same height as each kid, we went ahead and painted each board white. Once I had all 4 boards painted, I let them dry overnight before moving on to the next step. I took the kids with me to Dollar Tree and I had them each pick out a pair of fuzzy socks, and these are going to be used to make the hat and the scarf of their snowman. You only need 1 sock per snowman, so if you really wanted to, you could buy 1 pack and make 2 snowmen out of it, but I wanted each kid to kind of have their own unique little snowman. So the first thing you're going to do is cut this top part or bottom part off of the sock, and that is going to be your hat. And then I cut the leg hole part of the sock just like that, and then this is going to be the top part of our scarf. And then I am cutting this last piece, and then I'm going to cut that loop in half. And then just tie that on the top part of my scarf so it looks like it was a longer scarf that was tied around the snowman. Sometimes I put the top part of the sock part on the snowman first and then tied the scarf just so it would be like where I wanted it, but I wanted to show you guys how I got all of the pieces out of 1 sock. So here I'm just putting them on Ayla's snowman, and there's the cute little scarf, and if you wanted you could embellish it or you could fray it. And there's her little hat. Most certainly, if you want these to last, you want to make sure you go back and glue them on some way. E6000 would probably work really well with hot glue. I didn't glue them in yet, but I will be gluing them on before they get put away for the season. So here's all 4 with their hats and their scarves. I decided I wanted to use vinyl to make my snowman's nose and to make buttons for my snowman, but you could really use anything. You could paint on noses and buttons, you could use real buttons, you could use craft foam as the nose, so really anything you want to use to make a nose and buttons for your snowman. I decided that I wanted to put the same number of buttons on the snowman as how old each child was. So this snowman is Camden's. He is 6 years old, so he will have 6 buttons. Erin, my youngest, is 2 years old, so she will have 2 buttons. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I love Dollar Tree contact paper as my transfer tape, so that's what I'm using, and I'm just pushing it down with my finger. You really should use a card or something hard to really help you push things down. I do end up getting something later and using that to help me push down the decals as I put them on each snowman. For the buttons, I just ended up using my finger as a spacer and put it underneath each button so I would know how to evenly space each one. Next, we just used black paint to fingerprint on the eyes and the mouth of the snowmen. I wanted to make sure that their nose was on there first so I could put their eyes and their mouth kind of based on where the nose was.
You think that's perfect? Yes. Okay. You sound thrilled, okay?
Yeah. And here's Camden and his snowman. That is his size.
Okay, wait, now.
Since I had already spaced out Camden's buttons, I just used his as a template when I was placing buttons on the other kids' snowmen. I did the same thing for the nose too. I just kind of lined it up on Camden's and moved it over to the snowman next to it so they were all evenly placed. The final thing that I did for this project was print out a little tag, and I just used my print and cut feature on my Silhouette Cameo to make this cute tag that says, "Lean the snowman against the wall to remind you when I was small, fingerprints make the mouth and eyes, this snowman is just my size. The buttons are how old I am, so please, if you can, take him out each winter and see I'm not as little as I used to be." This tag is a little bit different from the one that I saw on Pinterest. I wanted to make sure I added something about the buttons being at the same age as them. And I just took this tag and used some twine and went ahead and tied it along to their snowman. I had each kid write on the back in their handwriting their name, and I put the year that we measured them, 2018. And there we have it. I think they look so cute. Erin's is ready to go. She's napping, so I haven't gotten her eyes and mouth on yet. But I love them so much. I can't wait to pull them out every year and see how big they are. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, you can find more from us here. Make sure you subscribe so you can follow our DIYs all year long. Give it a big thumbs up and let me know down in the comments what kind of sentimental projects do you have from your own kids. Bye, guys.